If you want to be that girl or revamp your life before 2025, stay tuned to the end of this video so you can get all the tips and tricks which I have learned to change my life. Period. Hey Mademoiselles, it's Darlene Adderley, aka Madame Noir, and if it's your first time tuning in, why don't you want to join the family? Join the family, girl. Today we're going to be discussing how to be a woman of high value. Rule number 1, your identity needs to be rooted in God. Your identity needs to be rooted in God. We are all nothing without God. If we do not have him in our routine, baby, our life is absolutely nothing. It equates to nothing. Only he can pour into us. He's the only one that can level us out and also level out our well-being in this life. It's important to become a prayerful woman, a woman who prays, opens her Bible, dissects the word, focuses on doing devotion regularly, like in your spare time, just like, you know, in your room, when you're in your room or you're somewhere out and about just chilling, just be like, God, is this what you want me to do? God, is this direction you want me to go in? Is the way that I'm functioning in my life, does it match your purpose that you have for me? Will your glory come out of it? Ask him those questions in your day-to-day routines, in your life, when you're just going about your day, whether you're in school or at work. Just ask the Lord, like, Lord, is what I'm doing fulfilling your purpose? Or is the things that I do upsetting you? Or is it glorifying you? Ask him to ordain your purpose. In this season of my life, what I've been asking the Lord is also to change my mind, change my heart, remold my soul to fulfill your glory. Remold me. Use me as your vessel. Use me as your vessel. The same way you used the women in the Bible, Esther, Hannah, Ruth, all the women that were there magnifying the Lord. Use me as that woman also. Step number 2, be yourself. That's where your authenticity comes from. Refrain from doing things just to fit in. Never allow society to rule you. Being uncommon and normalizing being an uncommon woman is actually beautiful. Be authentic, be yourself. Also remember to have high standards. Having boundaries, clear, cutthroat boundaries will take you places. It will definitely take you places. Surround yourself with God-fearing women. Surround yourself in a community where you know that you are fulfilling God's purpose together. Also, being yourself can help you develop your talents further, because now you're having a skill set to focus on. You're now trying to be your better self. Even throughout this phase, you can find new hobbies that you would like, you know, enroll yourself in something, conquer them, you know. Every 90 days, it's good to add in new hobbies into your routine so you can strengthen your mind and you can just, you know, engage with new people. Also, heightening your expertise in different areas of life is really good because you're just focusing on bettering yourself each and every day. Also, if you have projects or you're wanting to start a business, perfect your talent. Try to be a professional at what you do, because if you're a professional at a certain area of life, certain talents or hobbies in life, then you can create something out of that. And since it already fulfills you, it already makes you happy, you can just keep going and keep going and keep going until it brings something for you. You've turned your hobby into a project or a business and fulfilling it to the best degree. You see what I'm saying? Be a professional at what you do and keep going. Keep going. Number 3, be feminine. And what I mean by being feminine is being so confident to the point that nobody can dim your light. Regardless of what someone says to you, tries to critique you or belittle you in a way that you know they're trying to discourage you, they can't dim your light. Your light cannot be dimmed because you are naturally confident. You have confidence within yourself and you know that your mission was ordained by God. You know that your mission is functioned with God in it. Don't let anybody discourage you in your journey. Never. Okay? Because you know you that girl. And your identity is rooted in the Lord. So who gonna stop you? Who gonna stop you? Nobody can stop you, girl. Nobody can stop you. Also, what I think is important is do not operate in survival mode. When you operate in survival mode, it releases you from your feminine vibe. It releases you from your feminine vibe, and you don't want that for yourself, you know? Try to remove things out of your life if it's interfering with your peace. What I also think is important is not over articulating your standards. 99.9% of the time, people know what they're doing. It's not rocket science. So remove them. Next thing, which I feel like is really important, is romanticizing your life. God did not ordain for you to have a life of chaos, whatever it may be, your daily routine. Okay, buy yourself flowers if you like flowers, you know, buy yourself chocolates, indulge in some ice cream, buy your favorite food at least once a week. Girl, God did not create your life for you to suffer. If you like a certain thing, go get that certain thing. A lot of people postpone their happiness to a future time or a future event, or whenever they'll be successful, or whenever this or whenever that. You will keep wishing and wishing and wishing, and in your subconscious, that deal of like reaching those higher heights, it's pushed to like further years ahead. And it's not even a guarantee, God forbid, but it's not even a guarantee. The years of life that you have on this earth is not a guarantee. Pamper yourself whenever you want to be pampered. Cater to yourself whenever you want to be catered to. Okay? Get what you want, do what you want. If it fulfills God's glory. Period. Okay? Like, another thing which I find very crucial is following up with your aspirations, your goals. Following up with it. When you don't follow your dreams, follow your goals, and chase them, is technically disrespecting yourself, because you're saying to yourself that you have these goals, you're capable of fulfilling them, but then when the action and the talk doesn't match, you're disrespecting yourself in all cases. When you have a goal, write down a goal. When you have a dream, you write down your dream. Go after it. Reduce the gap, reduce the big gap between the goal and the execution, because the longer you procrastinate on it, it's gonna bite you later. It's gonna really bite you later, and you will really be upset with yourself for not taking the risk now. Chase after what you have in mind and never like postpone it, because there will be a time where you will be mad at yourself for not taking the risk or chasing the goals you have written down in your life. Okay, girl? Always seek wisdom. Seeking wisdom, trying to further your life, further your education is crucial as a woman. Because, you know, back in the day, there was this narrative of women being a stay-at-home. You know, this is pre-woman suffrage, but they had just home duties. You're not meant to just be a home duty girl. Go educate yourself. If you find your hobbies fulfilling and you can build something out of that, go after that. Continue reading books. Don't be swayed by society, how the society functions. But don't take someone's perspectives or opinions, facts, and immediately implement it. Go do your own research. Go, like, even if you're watching this video, go do your own research. If you watch any of my videos, go do your own research for yourself and see if it matches your life and your lifestyle. We can't just take everyone's opinions or views on life and run with it. It's okay to go do your own research on certain matters in life. Developing a hardcore routine is also important. I was actually listening to a video today that it's very important to have a solid routine, because your body adapts to routine. The only way you can reach success in life or view things better in life is having a solid routine, going to bed at a good time, waking up at a good time. Because once your body is on a good core routine, you can function better. Your mind can function better. Your mind can cater to more things because of a good routine. You need sleep in order for your brain to function well. Self-respect is very important, because the only way you can have people respect you, just respect you as a human being, is by you respecting yourself first. Set the standard, and then everyone will match that standard. The only way to gain respect is to treat yourself like the queen that you are. Also, when entering new environments, don't be insecure. Walk in there with purpose. Walk in there with a good posture. Fixing your posture is very important. First off, because you do not want to be the hunchback of Notre Dame. And if you have knots in your back, go get a massage. Get that sorted out. Go to the chiropractor if you need to go to the chiropractor. You don't want to be walking around like the hunchback of Notre Dame. Whatever you have to do to make your back be straight and you walking with purpose. You feel me, girl? period. Your body language is very telling when entering new environments. So don't enter in there all timid, on your phone, hunched down. No, walk in there with purpose because you know you're that girl. Okay? Rule number 4, your standards. Never minimize your standards for anybody. Anyone. Never minimize your standards, because minimizing your standards will come and bite you later. It will bite you. If you don't treat yourself like that, why would you allow people to treat you like that? You feel me? Be willing to leave anything, as I said earlier, if it undermines your standards. That even goes for a job. You can leave a job if it undermines your standards. Okay? Ask a lot of questions when you speak with people, because here's the thing. A lot of the time people reveal to you their intentions. You just weren't listening. Some people reveal to you their intentions with an open hand. Listening can bridge that and save you from so much unnecessary problems. Just have an open ear and ask many questions. Just observe, because sometimes people are mirroring you. They are mirroring. Sometimes people are mirroring you and trying to mirror your expectations also. So it's very, very important to just analyze sometimes. When you go on dates, make sure the guy is doing the majority of the talking. You just need to be there listening. Because as I said, sometimes guys can be mirroring you, acting like they're the one when they're not even the one for real. Okay? So just listen. Because a lot of intentions can be spoken, but you weren't listening. You were giving the benefit of the doubt to the situation. It's important to listen and important to observe. You realize that the guy is love bombing you prematurely, red flag. Because a normal person wouldn't be love bombing somebody so soon. Words without action is so dead. Don't listen to the cut it off. Cut it off. The right guy will come to you with action, has nothing to say. Don't be overly impressed too soon. Because if we're being realistic, you can either do this for yourself. Your parents can either do this for you. Like, there's no reason to be too impressed by surface level things. Okay? Don't be impressed if he gets you flowers. Don't be impressed if he takes you to a restaurant. Because that's definitely something you could do for yourself. Okay? Here's what you can do. Acknowledge a man whose morals and values matches what you're looking for. Just acknowledge that, you know. Say, oh, okay, I like how you view life. I like how you know, just giving a compliment. As I said earlier, don't be overly impressed by it, because good morals, good values, good choices, and good decision making is kind of like a normal person kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? The dating pool of these days made that become so rare, and I don't understand why. But if he has good decision making, good morals, good values, disciplined and self-control, makes good choices, then you could say, oh, okay, I like how, you know, just a brief compliment, you know. All of that is all normal human being kind of things. Here's the important one. When you say no, be unapologetic about it. Don't ever allow somebody to guilt trip you into saying yes. If you say no, you said no. Period. There's nothing to it. You need to have good decision making, be a decisive human being, and don't be swayed too easily. Another thing which is very important, refrain from people pleasing. Do not people please, okay? Because people pleasing will allow people to disrespect you in the most craziest way, okay? And you will figure it out and realize it too late. Don't people please. If you said no, you said no. If you say you didn't feel like it, you don't feel like it. And sometimes you don't even have to over explain yourself. You say, I don't feel like doing this today, and that's that. You don't have to always explain yourself or explain your situation or explain why you don't feel like doing something. Also, date who you want to date. Date who you want to date. Do not date the next guy that picks you. Like, wait, do not date the next guy that's just like, oh, in the la la land of la la, and you're like, oh, I want to date him, he's available. Don't ever be with somebody because you're scared of turning 29 and you feel like, oh, I need to be with this person because I don't see myself being married or seeing myself being with another person that'll like me again. What? If you don't see it progressing into like a kingdom marriage or a kingdom thing, you can leave. Never be stuck in a relationship for the sake of being stuck. Because in the long run, when kids are in the equation, you will regret it. Okay? You want to be in a happy, fulfilling lifestyle, a happy, fulfilling marriage. Don't put yourself in a predicament where you could be stuck, permanently stuck. Do not give wifey privileges on a girlfriend status, because that is what's gonna get you disrespected. Okay? Don't move in with the man. Do not move in with a man if you are not in a marriage. If you're not in a marriage, if you have not walked down the aisle yet, if you haven't done any of that, if you have not walked down the aisle and the pastor did not say, I pronounce you, he didn't do his little sermonette, don't go moving in with no guy. Okay? I'm so irritated by how society nowadays normalizes weird stuff. It's really weird. It's really, really, really weird, because that's just gonna waste your time, years of your precious time and years of your precious youth. Okay? We need to go back to the old school way of dating, like the courting and stuff like that. That's what was normal. That was normal. But now this now moving in, and now y'all roommates and sweet mates or whatever the thing is, and y'all doing 50-50 and combining expenses, and y'all not even married. That's too much of a commitment than actually going down the aisle, if we're being for real. Having kids prematurely is too much of a commitment than signing papers and walking down the aisle. Okay? Let God ordain your covenant. Don't do things backwards, because that's the devil's way of functioning through people's lives. That's the devil's way. Okay? Don't do things backwards. God has it in order for a reason, in a certain order, and don't break that order. It's not a good idea. Okay? I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just recommending. Okay? It's not a good idea. And that also goes for cooking and cleaning. Don't be cooking and cleaning for somebody you shouldn't be cooking and cleaning for. Okay? You're not married. Why are you cooking for the dude? That's wifey privileges. Why are you cleaning for the dude? That's wifey privileges. Okay? Focus on your education. Focus on your goals. Never put your degree on the back burner. Never put your education on the back burner, regardless of what it is. Continue chasing your dreams. Whether you have passions, projects, as I said, continue going after it. Never sacrifice those things just to be with a guy. Girl, don't do that. Never do that. Okay? Because that's just gonna go against your plan. Don't be easily manipulated. As I said earlier, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Okay? Also, don't be the buyable type. Don't stick yourself or stay in a relationship just because you're being compensated in the relationship. Don't be buyable. Don't be a buyable girl. Okay? If the relationship is not going the way it's supposed to and is going in ruins, leave. Normalize leaving. Don't overstay your time in somewhere, some place that you're not supposed to be in. God did not ordain for it. Also, what I find very, very, very important, be picky about who you date. As I said earlier, be extremely picky about who you are planning to be your boyfriend, to be your future husband, because you'll first be your boyfriend, then your future husband. But be very picky. Okay? Because being very picky will save you years of misery. Okay? Be extremely picky about who you're talking to, who you're courting, dating, whatever the case may be. Be extremely picky. Don't be picking the next guy that's just available and just right there. Okay? Analyze his decision making. Analyze his morals. Analyze his values. Analyze if he's disciplined in what he does. Okay? Because a lot of these factors, and if he has self-control. Self-control is important. Okay? Because all of these things are factors which contribute to other things to determine if he's the guy for you. You feel me? If he's not a man of God, if he does not include God in his life, that's a first red flag. You should not be with him. If he loves God, then everything else, all those other things that I just said, is factors which you can determine if he's the man for you. But the prerequisite, the easy prerequisite, is he has to be a follower of God. He can't just say it. He actually has to function in that. Okay? And lastly, number 5, dress with purpose. In order to be a high value girl, you need to be dressing with purpose, girl. Don't have your crevices all hanging out, because your crevices should not be hanging out, okay? That is unmodest. That is unpoised. That is just ghetto. Don't get those Fashion Nova dresses or those outfits that just looks like a piece of plastic and has your body hanging out, okay? Your body should not be hanging out when you wear clothes, okay? And in no way am I judging, but just that's not very much high value at all. You feel me? What people tend to not understand is you will be treated based on how you dress. Wear more modest. When you wear modest clothes, you set the standard. Set the standard well. Even on Instagram, if you post bikini pics, if we're being realistic, Instagram is like a digital resume, okay? If you have your crevices hanging out, you wearing bikinis, you went to Miami, you have everything hanging out, I guarantee you, people who's going to be in your DMs are going to be people that you're not even looking at. People that you're just like, why is this person texting me? Because you're attracting the wrong one. When you dress crazy, you look easy. When you dress modestly, your DMs will actually decrease, because men will be like, okay, she's not easy. When you dress modestly, you're gonna have less DMs, because you're holding yourself to a certain standard, to a certain caliber, and you respect yourself. So do an evaluation on your Instagram. Go check your Instagram right now. If you're looking crazy, go take those pictures down and start rearranging your wardrobe to fit God's purpose, God's kingdom, because you're a child of God. Your body is a temple of God. Your body should not be hanging out just to be hanging out, okay? You shouldn't be having stuff hanging out. I'm gonna be really, quite frankly, honest with you. Wear clothes that you know would be appropriate to wear in front of your parents, where you know your parents are not gonna talk like, oh, what are you doing? Like, you see what I'm saying? Wear modestly. Be a modest girl. Because that's high value. That's high value privileges. That's high value vibes. That's high value. Okay, girl. I hope all of these tips help. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I love you guys so much. Bye.